Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, if you've been looking for what's the best badges to rock on your build, bro, look no further, you feel me? In this video, bro, I'm gonna be going over the best badges to rock for all builds in this game, regardless if you're on current gen or next gen, bro. I got you. If you're on current gen, bro, go ahead and skip to this point in the video, bro. That's when the current gen badges start. You feel me? I got y'all boys on current gen. Since nobody wants to make videos on current gen, I got y'all, of course. But listen, man, these are my opinions on every badge, bro. I know I might be wrong about a little bit of them, so let me know in the comments below what y'all think. But look, man, drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. But with all that being said, let's get right into this banger. Alright, y'all know when it comes to the badges on this game, bro, I ain't gonna lie, there isn't really that many badges in the game for each and every single, you know what I'm saying, stat in here. It's like 3 to 5 badges for every single category in the game, as y'all can see. It's not really that many badges. They really just broke down every badge and condensed it all into one, which is probably one of the best changes they've done in NBA 2K25, in my opinion. It was a whole bunch of useless badges that you didn't need in 2K. It's kind of crazy. But look, starting off, I'm gonna just go from top to bottom. So we're gonna start with Ankle Assassin, and obviously we're gonna end with Slippery Off Ball. Now, as for Ankle Assassin, if you play recent 2Ks or the older 2Ks, this is basically Ankle Breaker, one of the best badges in the game. If you can get it as high as possible, go for it as high as possible. Now, obviously, I personally believe that gold Ankle Assassin, if you're trying to go for it on your build, is the perfect way to go. You don't really need it no higher than gold. Obviously, the higher you get this badge, the better it's going to be. But if you're making a build on this game, I recommend y'all go for at least silver or gold. And if you're going to get the max +1, obviously you're going to be able to get Hall of Fame, Ankle Assassin, and things like that. So yeah. As for bailout, this badge is the best badge on bronze. I think it might be the best badge in the game on bronze. This is probably one of the best bronze badges in the game, hands down. If you can get this badge on bronze, I highly recommend it. The highest I recommend y'all go on this badge is probably silver. You don't really need it no higher, no less. As for challenger, bro, again, another real good defensive badge in this game. It's going to help y'all get real good contest on the perimeter. So if someone's going up for a shot, you'll be able to contest them. It's a real good badge. I'm trying to tell y'all, the higher you can get it, the better it be. You feel me? But I personally recommend y'all go around silver to gold range. You don't really need it to no Hall of Fame, no legend. If you get it on silver, you'll be able to use your max +1 for gold, or if you get on gold, you'll be able to use max +1 for Hall of Fame. As for Deadeye, I don't really see too much this badge has done so far. It's still a real good badge, but anything higher than gold is kind of a stretch on this. As for Aerial Wizard, this is another one of those badges where it depends on the situation. So if you're using a build, obviously if you're going to be catching lobs and dunking a lot, this is a real good badge if you're going to be catching them oops, and it helps you with putbacks. So I personally recommend y'all go for this badge on silver, and you don't really need it on Hall of Fame. But if you have high driving dunk, you're going to get this badge on Hall of Fame off the rip anyway, so there's that. Box Out Beast is one of the best, if not the second best rebounding badge in the game. Break starter for all centers, mainly just for centers. This badge is probably the best badge you could use, especially for centers. Once you get a rebound, you pass it down the court. This is probably one of the best passing badges, passing / rebounding badges in the game. As for Brick Wall, it's completely broken just like every other year. Setting screens, you can drop people on the ground. The higher you go, the more effective it is. Hall of Fame is going to let you drop people on the ground, but gold is where I recommend it. Glove badge, which is basically pickpocket, if y'all know about that. This badge is actually devious, but I don't really recommend y'all go anything higher than gold, because if you use your cat breakers or anything, because if you use your cat breakers or max +1, you can get Hall of Fame or legend. But this is one of those badges where it doesn't really matter what it's on, it's still going to be OD. So if you have a bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, it's going to be good. Handles for days, I've been using this badge a lot. It doesn't really seem like it does too much, but that's because I haven't done my workouts yet, so I don't have 99 stamina yet. But this badge is pretty good if you're going to be dribbling 24/7. Interceptor is really good for lane steals, but that's just about it. If you're going to run Interceptor, man, I recommend y'all run it at gold. Or most of these badges in the game, you might as well just run at gold, because you can get Hall of Fame for free. I don't really think this is a legend worthy badge, but it's really good. As for Lightning Launch, this is probably one of the only badges in the game that I will actually recommend on Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame Lightning Launch is actually devious. I can't lie, this is a really good badge. It's basically like quick first step. It'll allow you to speed boost and all of that. I'm trying to tell y'all this is a really good badge. Dimer, most of y'all going to get this badge at tier 2 anyway, so it's not a bad badge, but everyone can pass. So I mean, like, if you're going to get this badge, just get it around gold or silver. Mainly just silver. You don't really need it any higher than silver, but if you're going to get this badge, the highest I recommend is gold. You don't need it on Hall of Fame or Legend unless you like the playmaking style. Float game, basically just going to let y'all do floaters better. I know a lot of people say this badge is completely broken. I don't really see it because I don't really do too many floaters, but if you want to use it, I really recommend it on like silver. You don't really need it too high. High flying denier, this is another one of those badges where it doesn't really matter how high you put it, it's going to be OD. High flying denier is another one of those badges where it doesn't really matter how high you go, it does get better. Silver is really where I recommend you put it if you're going to use this badge. That's what I recommend y'all go for it on your builds, but if you can, put it on gold so you can use your max +1 if you want to, but I don't really recommend y'all use it on that. Hook specialist is an okay badge. It's not the best. It helps you do hooks, but I don't really do hooks. So if you are a 7-foot+ center, bro, this is going to be mad effective on Legend, Gold, Hall of Fame. It doesn't really matter. This thing is OD. As for limitless range, compared to 2K24, limitless range didn't really work too much, but on this game it seems like silver does work a little bit better. So I would recommend y'all go for at least gold. Plus, if you have your cat breakers that start at 3, you'll be able to get this on Hall of Fame. So the better you can get this badge, the better it'll be. Mini marksman is one of the best short player badges in the game. I'm trying to tell y'all, the higher you go on this badge, the better it's going to be. I personally would go for gold and then use my max +1 for Hall of Fame. But if you don't really care about waiting for the Hall of Fame, just go for the Legend. Bam, boom, bow. On ball minutes, another one of those badges where I don't really know if it works too good. I mean, it pops up sometimes, but it's okay. I really recommend it around silver, no higher, no less. Physical finisher, if you don't know, is basically like relentless finisher from old 2Ks or bulldozer into one. It's like relentless finisher plus bulldozer. It's a pretty good badge, but again, it's a layup badge. I don't really do too much layup, so there's that. And movable enforcer is a very slept on badge. If you can get this badge as high as it can go, just get it. Gold is peak. Hall of Fame is kind of pushing it. Most of y'all can get it around gold or silver. If you can get this badge, make sure you put it on. Layup Mixmaster is always probably going to be a tier 2 badge. This is going to have, like, if y'all remember back in 2K24, it had we had all those extra layup badges. They basically combined all those layup badges into one. This is a devious badge right here. If y'all can get it as high as y'all can possibly go, especially if you make a layup build, this is going to be fire. Off-ball pest, I don't really like this badge. Again, this is another year. I really don't know what this badge even does. You're going to get this badge in your build regardless. It pops up a lot, but I don't really see it doing much for me. Paint Patroller is basically the new anchor. This badge is always going to be OD. No matter how high you can get this badge right here. If you can get it on Legend, get it on Legend. If you can get it on Hall of Fame, get it on Hall of Fame. But if you're going to make a build that gets this badge, I recommend it on gold. But if you're going to use your max +1, just go ahead and put it on Hall of Fame, obviously. Pick Dodger, another one of those badges where it works, but it doesn't work. I don't really see too much of what this badge really does, in my opinion. Obviously, it's going to help y'all get through screens, but if you're short and somebody has, like, what, gold brick wall, you're not going through them, bro. You're going to get caught on them all of the time. Posterizer is easily the best dunking badge in this game. If you can get it, bro. Gold, Hall of Fame, Legend. This badge is good on every single level. Rebound Chaser, another one of those badges that's good on literally every single level. I'm trying to tell y'all, Hall of Fame, gold, it doesn't really matter. Rock this badge. Set shot specialist. If you're a corner popper, if you're just shooting threes or anything, bro, this badge is going to help y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's one of the best badges in the game. Even if it's just mid-range shots or threes, this badge is going to help you, especially if you play corner a lot. Get this badge. Paint Prodigy is another one of those badges where I don't really know if it's that good, but it's okay. I don't really recommend y'all go too high on this. Obviously, if you're going for, like, if you're a post-up type player, it's going to help y'all with that. So if that's up to y'all. Pogo Stick is another really good bronze badge, bro. I'm telling y'all, it's going to help y'all. Doesn't matter if you're shooting, blocking, or even shooting, bro. This is going to be a really good badge. Post Fade Phenom is completely broken. I don't care what no one says. No matter how high you get this badge, bro, it's always going to be devious. Even bronze, it's good. Post lockdown is going to try to help y'all stop all of them post scores and stuff, but I don't really see this badge being that useful past gold. In my opinion, I just run it on silver. You don't really need it too high. Hall of Fame is kind of pushing it. Shifty Shooter, another one of the best badges in the game. This is going to help you shoot off dribble mid ranges, off dribble threes. Bro, this is one of the best badges in the game. If you can get it gold, Hall of Fame, whatever, bro, go for it. Hall of Fame is fire on this build. Hall of Fame is where I recommend y'all stop. You don't really need anything higher than Hall of Fame, but yeah. Strong Handle is another slept on badge. This is going to let y'all dribble without any of the lockdowns stop you or nothing, bro. If you can, get it on bronze or silver or even gold if you can. Most of y'all builds probably can get it on gold, but Hall of Fame is kind of pushing. Unpluckable. Unpluckable is another one of those badges where it doesn't really matter how high you get it. It's going to help you a little bit more, but me personally, I don't really see how much it even does. Obviously, if you can get it on gold, get it on gold. Versatile Visionary is a really slept on passing badge in this game right now. I'm trying to tell y'all, it actually does help. Helps you throw oops, helps you throw bounce passes, flashy passes, all of that. I'm trying to tell y'all 100%. Post Powerhouse is basically back down Punisher plus drop stepper all in one badge. So the higher you can get this badge, obviously it's going to be more OD. I recommend it around gold if you're any of them big centers, or if you want to, you can put it on Hall of Fame if you want to be completely unstoppable. But if you can get it on gold on your build, just use max +1 to get it on Hall of Fame. Post Up Poet is more of a my career badge. I don't really think this badge is going to help y'all that much in park or any 1v1 scenarios, but if y'all think it does, go ahead and rock it. Rise Up is going to be the best badge you can possibly use for standing dunks in this game, 100%. If you can get this badge on gold, silver, Hall of Fame, legend, get it. Slippery Off Ball is another one of those badges where it doesn't really matter how high it goes. It's going to be okay. It's not the most important badge in the game. So if you have it on silver on your build, don't even worry about it. It's going to be okay. But that'll do it for the next gen badges, bro. I like how 2K did actually improve the badge system overall. Most of the badges are actually useful compared to last year. There was a whole bunch of useless badges in the game, especially because they had that whole decrease your badge progression, well, regression basically, when you would lose your badges, was kind of dumb in my opinion in 2K24. So they did improve in 2K25. If I did sleep on some badges or anything like that, just let me know in the comments below. You feel me? Let me know what y'all think of my opinions on these badges as well. But look, man, that'll be it, man. I'm about to finish out these current gen badges, you feel me? As for the badges on current gen, bro, we can go ahead and start off with the shooting category. Of course, Claymore is another one of those badges where it's okay, silver, bronze, it doesn't really matter. If you can get it on bronze, go ahead and put it on bronze, but I don't really recommend it no higher than silver. Clutch Shooter is an okay badge. It doesn't do much in my opinion. Silver or bronze is the best way you should be, is the highest you should be putting this badge on. Comeback Kid, another useless badge. I don't really recommend y'all use this badge at all unless you're playing my career. I don't really think this badge is that good in my opinion. Corner Specialist, if you can get this badge on your build, the highest I recommend it is on bronze or maybe silver, or gold if you're in park, obviously if you have the extra badges. But again, this isn't a tier 3 badge. Bronze or silver is the best in my opinion. Guard Up is a very slept on badge, but the difference with this badge compared to like something like Deadeye, if someone's in front of you, they don't have their hands up and they're just guarding with the L2 button or the LT button, basically this is going to help y'all shoot over them easily. So gold is where I would recommend it, but if you want to, silver is okay too. You feel me? Mini Magician is a really good badge. No matter how high you get this badge, it's going to help y'all go crazy on the fadeaways, pull-ups, all of that, bro. I'm trying to tell you 100%. I personally run it on gold, but y'all can do whatever y'all want to. Bronze or silver, depending on y'all play style, it's up to y'all. Slippery Off Ball is trash. I don't really recommend no one really worry about using this badge at all. Volume Shooter is a pretty good badge. Silver is really the max. You don't really need it too high unless you're like a spot up or a corner popper. Amp is okay. Silver is the highest I would recommend it. You don't really need it no higher unless you're like a small guard, you're gonna be dribbling 24/7, then I would recommend on Hall of Fame. But if it's not in the tier 1, I don't really recommend y'all go for it because 6 badge points is crazy. Catch and Shoot is going to be 100% the best badge for any spot ups or any type of builds. If you're popping or if you're sitting in a corner or any of that, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, this is one of the best badges. Green Machine is still pretty good this year. The higher you go, the better it's going to be. So if you can get this badge on Hall of Fame, go ahead and go for it on Hall of Fame. It should be a tier 3 badge, but it is what it is. Space Creator is a Space Creator, last year I did sleep on this badge. I would recommend y'all run it on silver. I still don't think it's Hall of Fame worthy, but if you can get it on silver or gold, go ahead. If you like doing hop shots and if you like doing step backs and all of that, bro, I would recommend it on like silver. Nothing higher, nothing less. Agent 3, still one of the best 3-point shooting badges in the game. It's gonna help y'all shoot threes. It's gonna help y'all shoot all types of threes, bro. I'm trying to tell you, not just the pull-ups and spins like the badge says. It's gonna help y'all shoot regular threes and everything, bro. I'm trying to tell you 100%. Blinders, in my opinion, is kind of mid. It doesn't really do too much. So I would recommend it around silver. In my opinion, this should be like a tier 2 badge. It's good, but again, it's not the best badge in the world. You don't really need it. That eye is going to be that badge no matter how high you get it, bro. It's going to be better, but obviously it's going to be a tier 3 badge. I would recommend y'all put it on silver if you have it until 3. You don't really need it on gold, but if you can get it on gold, go ahead. And then limitless range. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this badge didn't really work for me on current gen at all in 2K24. So I don't think they really did too much of a rework on this badge. Still, I have it on bronze and I still don't really see how much it's doing. So yeah. As for the finishing badges, starting off with back down Punisher, this is a pretty good badge. I recommend it on silver, but if you're a center and you are playing one-on-ones a lot, or if you just want to dominate, bro, gold is really the highest I recommend it, but obviously Hall of Fame is going to be better. Dream Shake, another one of those badges where mid, don't really recommend it at all. I don't really recommend y'all even put any badge points to this badge unless you're playing my career. Then maybe silver, because the AIs will actually fall for it. Drop Stepper, another one of those really good badges. If you're a post scorer or anything like that, the higher you go, the better it's going to be. I recommend it on silver. Anything higher than that is kind of a stretch. Fast Twitch is probably one of the best finishing badges in the game. It's really underrated. It's really OD. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I put it on gold, but y'all can do whatever y'all want to. Master is probably one of the best center badges in this game. If you're doing any type of post hooks or anything, bro, this is going to help y'all. The higher you can get it, the better it is. I run it on gold, but that's just me personally. Post Spin Technician is okay. It's not the best badge. It's good, but it's not crazy. You feel me? I run it on silver, but it doesn't really matter. Pro Touch in this game does pop up a lot, especially if you have your meter on. So I would run it on bronze, but hey, that's just me. Obviously, the higher you go on this badge, the better it's going to be. Me personally, silver is the highest I would go because there's other badges that's better. I don't really need layup badges. Rise Up is another one of those badges where the higher you go, the better it's going to be. I would recommend it on gold, especially if you have big man content dunks. This is going to help you out dunk on them 24/7. Acrobat is probably the only layup badge I would recommend in this game. I recommend y'all put it on silver if your build can get it, for sure. Area Wizard, unless you have on contact alley-oops, I don't really recommend you put this badge on at all. It's kind of a waste of badge points in my opinion, unless you're catching lobs 24/7. Obviously put it on Hall of Fame. This gonna help y'all catch all types of crazy lobs and everything like that. Silver is the highest I would recommend it, but that's just me. Bully badge, it's okay. It's kind of mid. It's kind of It's not the best. Silver is literally the highest I'll recommend you go. Giant Slayer is a very good badge for all smaller builds, bro. If you can get this badge on gold or silver or Hall of Fame and you don't have no dunking build, you're really just a layup type of person, put this badge on. It's gonna help you make some crazy layups in the paint. Fearless Finisher is okay. I don't really recommend you put this badge on at all. If you can get it on bronze, go ahead, but 5 points is kind of a waste. I ain't gonna lie, especially if it's a tier 3 badge. If it's in tier 3, I don't really recommend y'all put it on. Limitless Takeoff this year got a little bit of a buff. I don't really see too much they really changed about it. It does pop up a little bit more. So in my opinion, I'll put it on silver. It's not as OD as it was in like 2K23, but for certain dunks that you have on, like for example, Michael Jordan package, LeBron package, Westbrook, straight arm tomahawk, the higher you have, the better. Basically, the higher and better dunks you have on your build, the more likely this badge is going to pop up. That's basically how it works. And the better dunks you get on your build, the higher you want to go for this badge. Posterizer, 100% the best dunking badge in the game. The highest you can get it is the best way you should be going on this. Slithery is okay. I really wouldn't waste my badge points on it. It does help you finish. It does help you dunk better in this game, but if it's in tier 3 and you going for limitless takeoff and posterizer, I don't really recommend y'all use y'all points on it. Now when it comes to the playmaking badges, bro, I'm going to start off with ankle breaker. Ankle breaker is another one of those badges where it doesn't really matter how high y'all get it. It's still going to be very, very good. I recommend it on Hall of Fame because it's super cheap. Most of the builds is going to have it on tier 1, which is kind of crazy considering it's a pretty good badge in my opinion. Break starter, another really, really good badge, especially if you're a center. I recommend it on Hall of Fame. If your build can get it, it's a really, really good badge. It's a really, really good badge, especially if you play rec. Dimer, another one of those really, really good badges, especially if you play 3s, 2s. It doesn't really matter if you have any if you're playing any mode with teammates. Obviously, you want to have this badge on. Silver is the highest I would recommend it personally. Floor general, kind of mid. Don't really need this badge at all. I really wouldn't even recommend putting points to this. Needle threader is an okay badge, but if you have high passing, you don't really need this badge at all. You could put it on like silver or bronze, but even that is kind of pushing it. I would do just bronze or don't put it on at all. Special delivery is a really, really good badge. Probably one of the best passing badges in this game. It's gonna help you out throw oops and everything easy. It's probably one of the best my career badges in the game. It's gonna help y'all get a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, rep. Vice grip is okay. If you catch a rebound and you're pairing with break starter, it's gonna help y'all not get ripped as soon as you grab the rebound. So silver or gold is where I recommend it. Silver mainly for most builds. Hyperdrive, again, another one of those badges where it's a hit or miss. I would run it on bronze or silver. You don't really need it on Hall of Fame. It's not a necessity. Mismatch expert is okay. Back in 2K24, I didn't really use this badge at all. So yeah. Quick first step, another one of the best badges in this game. No matter how high you get it, the higher you get it, the better it's going to be 100%. I would recommend it on gold, but if you can get it on Hall of Fame, get it on Hall of Fame. Unpluckable is a badge. It's good, but it's not like the best. It's okay. Gold is the highest I'll be going on this build, on this badge. You don't really need it on Hall of Fame. Bailout, it did get a buff this year. Bronze bailout, if you can get it, is good. But again, this is a tier 3 badge for most builds. So I really wouldn't recommend putting it on, or I really wouldn't recommend putting up points to this badge at all. Clan Breaker, a really, really good badge. Really, really slept on from 2K24 last year. 2K23, same thing. Really, really good badge. If you can get it, I recommend it on gold for all builds. Handles for Days, really, really good badge as well. Probably one of the only tier 3 badges that I would personally go for if it's in tier 3 for me. Silver is the highest I would recommend it though. Killer Combos is another good badge, but compared to Handles for Days and Clan Breaker, because those two badges are almost all the time going to be in tier 3, I would recommend y'all put this badge on silver or bronze, or really don't put it on at all. But if you're a small guard, go for it on gold. As for the defensive badges in this game, bro, I'm going to start off with ankle braces. I don't really recommend y'all touch this badge at all. But if you want to put it on, bronze is the highest I would recommend any build go. Box Out Beast is another one of those badges where it doesn't really matter how high you get it. It's going to be OD. Box Out Beast on gold is where I recommend it for all my bigs. But if you can get it on Hall of Fame, get it on the Hall of Fame. Mandatory. Brick Wall, another really good badge. Gold is pretty much the highest I'll recommend it for any type of center out there. You don't really need it on Hall of Fame. Gold is probably the highest you should be going. Menace is another one of those badges where I recommend y'all kind of stay away. You don't really need it. It's kind of like a throwaway badge. You don't really need it. It's okay, but it's not going to do that much. Silver or gold. Silver is probably the highest I recommend this badge if it's in tier 1. Off-ball pass, another one of those badges that you really don't need. It's a throwaway badge. Don't put this badge on. Kind of useless in my opinion. Pick Dodger, it's an okay badge for any of them guards out there. Any lockdown type of guards out there, obviously you want to have this badge as high as it can go. Silver is the highest I would recommend it. It doesn't really do much, especially if a person has like gold brick wall or Hall of Fame brick wall. This badge is not going to do anything no matter how high you have it. Post lockdown, another one of those badges where if you're guarding centers, it's going to help you. Silver is the highest I would recommend it, but hey, that's just me personally. Workhorse, another one of those badges where most of its value is around like bronze and silver. You don't really need it too high. Bronze and silver is going to be really, really good. Challenger, a really good badge for all builds, bro. If you can get this as high as possible, go ahead and go for it. Me personally, I recommend it silver or gold. You don't really need it too high. Chase Down Artist is a really, really good badge, bro. I be getting chase downs 24/7. Gold is like the sweet spot. You don't need it on Hall of Fame because Hall of Fame is kind of pushing it. 90 dunk, 90 block is kind of crazy. Glove, another one of those badges where it doesn't really matter how high you go. It's going to be OD regardless. Silver is where I would recommend it though. Interceptor, another badge, no matter how high you go, it's going to be OD. Silver is why I recommend it though. It's really good. Anchor, probably the best badge in the defensive category aside from Rebound Chaser. No matter if you're trying to go for blocks. If you're trying to go for blocks, bro, put this badge on mandatory. Gold, silver, Hall of Fame, doesn't matter, bro. This is probably going to be the best badge, especially when it comes for defense on every build. Clamps, it's okay. I personally would run Challenger over Clamps. Hey, that's just me though. Especially if it's in tier 3, I really wouldn't recommend y'all put this badge on unless you have the core, unless you unlock the core challenge for this badge. Pogo Stick, a really, really good badge. It's okay in my opinion. Gold is the highest I recommend it on all centers. Rebound Chaser, obviously this is another badge where it doesn't matter how high you go, it's going to be OD regardless. Hall of Fame, gold, silver, bronze. I personally run it on gold, but hey, that's just me. And that's going to wrap up this video, man. That is the best badges I do recommend on every single build in the game on both current gen and next gen. Feel me? If you haven't already, bro, go ahead and drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel for me. Follow the socials in the description if you want to. If you got to hit me up or message me or something, comment below what y'all want to see next, bro. But I'm out this giant. Peace.